About the paw. Now, what are you talking about with the paw?
Well, like I was saying, the paw is...
Show me, huh? In a minute, I'm gonna fuck you up, cuz. On some real shit. Not physically.
You my relative. I talked to Julian. I talked to Dad.
Make this label grow like it should have grown and tie you back into something that you created.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Listen to this for a second. Right now, it's looking like Ray J might be stressing about the wrong death row situation entirely. Hold up, because Ray J has now jumped straight into the drama, standing with several West Coast artists and openly accusing Snoop Dogg of moving real shady behind closed doors. And girl, this isn't even a one-time thing, because this same storyline pops up again every few months. His own cousin, Daz Dillinger, keeps putting him on blast, claiming Snoop has been making questionable moves with Death Row Records without telling him. The most recent call-out happened about 3 months ago. Daz literally stepped forward and said, "Yo, Snoop kicked me out of Death Row." And it didn't stop there. He also claims somebody tried to copyright music from his own catalog without ever getting his approval first. On top of all that, Daz even accused Snoop Dogg of trying to flip the entire Death Row catalog to Universal Music Group for a massive $1 billion deal.
About the paw. Now, what are you talking about with the paw?
Well, like I was saying, the paw is trademarked. Like I told Snoop, you got rejected and I got accepted. You know what I'm saying? So that was the moneymaker. The paw is like the Apple sign, like I said before. And like I said, they tried to go behind my back and trademark all my work and then flung my face like, yeah, that's all we want, because I'm finna sell everything for $1 billion to Universal. You know what I mean? But shh, don't be selling my shit.
Now, what do you mean by selling? He said he was going to sell it, or what? They're selling Death Row, the new Death Row that just came?
Snoop, everything Snoop is involved with, he gonna sell all that shit for $1 billion. You know, motherfuckers cash it out for their catalog. And then he sell that shit and he just start over and make new music. You know, it's easy. You sell what you got. You know what I'm saying? You got all that money. I mean, I'm counting niggas' pockets, but I got my own pocket. You know what I mean?
Now, how many albums is over there? Now, how many albums is over there at Death Row? Because you were saying that it was the Doggy Style and there was 2 other ones you was talking about?
Yeah, you know, the shit that I got on the wall right here, you know what I'm saying? The Chronic is already going back to Dr. Dre. Tupac that took all his greatest hits album, all his albums, all his shit back over to Amaru. So what is left on Death Row? But I'm coming to get my shit, so what's gonna be left on Death Row? So he gotta make new catalog. And that's where all the new cats come in at, you know what I'm saying?
Now back then, Snoop Dogg didn't stay quiet about it either. Listen to this. He fired right back at Daz Dillinger and basically told him, "Daz, shut the hell up. You're a broke boy." And hold up, because he didn't stop there. He even added that he'd do everything in his power to make sure Daz stays broke.
Show me, huh? In a minute, I'm gonna fuck you up, cuz. On some real shit. Not physically, but business-wise. Cause you broke as a motherfucker right now, so I'm gonna fuck you up in a minute, cuz. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone.
You didn't put that in the email.
Leave me alone, cuz. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Now look, I know people laughed about it back then, but hold up. When you look at it today, it actually feels a little strange. And today, things just got even messier. Because it looks like Ray J has officially stepped into the ring, calling out Snoop Dogg over the way he's been running Death Row Records and handling business ever since he bought it. Now listen closely. Here's exactly what Ray J had to say.
You my relative. I talked to Julian. I talked to Daz, I talked to Corrupt, I talked to everybody, and everybody's telling me you turned into the new Suge. I don't want to believe that, Snoop. I don't want to believe that you turned into the new Suge. I want to believe that you've given everybody what they deserve. And everything that they ever didn't get, you taking over Death Row was supposed to be the one to be the savior to give everybody what they needed. On the street is that you haven't given anybody nothing. And you became the new Suge. I don't want to believe that, Snoop. I want you to respond, and I want you to tell me that you're not the new Suge. I want you to tell me that you gave everybody all the publishing and all the rights and everything that they deserved. You're a great person, and I love you. can you please tell everybody that I'm tripping and that you have not become Suge Knight? Because if you have, then we'll deal with that and we'll figure it out. But everybody's feelings are hurt. Nobody feels like you have come through for them. Everybody from the LBC to Carson to Compton to Los Angeles all the way up to Santa Clarita. But you've been keeping all the money and you're super rich. I love you, Snoop. Please respond to this because I'm not here to try to point the finger. But when Dash tells me something, Julian tells me something, and then there's like 20 other people that's telling me other things that are surprising. Because the last thing I thought that you would be is the new Suge Knight. Make it make sense, Snoop.
Now, listen, a lot of folks online seem heated at Ray J for stepping up and speaking on behalf of artists who don't have the kind of platform he does. People in the comments are basically saying, Ray J, stay out of it and mind your own business. Some are even asking, why does Snoop Dogg owe them anything anyway? But hold up, because that argument kind of clashes with everything Snoop promised he would do with Death Row Records when he first bought it.
Make this label grow like it should have grown and tie you back into something that you created. And then at the same time, go back, take care of all of the old artists like Rage, RBX, Daz, Corrupt, all the people who didn't get their publishing or didn't get things that were supposed to be given to them, making sure that we lining it up now and making sure those numbers are accurate as opposed to what they were.
Right.
Come on, we gotta take them off.
So because Snoop Dogg hasn't really followed through on everything he promised, you can understand why more people are starting to step out and speak against him. Now listen, legally, you may not owe anybody a check, but at some point, not your word is supposed to stand for something. I mean, we see Snoop Dogg in every single commercial and tied to almost every major sport out there. Hold up, the man was even announced as an ambassador connected to a US women's ice hockey team. So let's be real, cutting people the money they feel they earned is not going to make Snoop go broke. At a certain stage, you either clear the air or address the situation just to keep the negative headlines from stacking up on your name. And don't get it twisted, you're out here doing some huge things. Every time we turn around, you're partnering with another massive brand or landing another big deal. So the real question is this: why not just pay everybody and return their publishing if that's the issue? Y'all jump in the comments and tell me, do you think Ray J is about to get the same angry response from Snoop too? And if you're rocking with the channel, make sure you subscribe before you head out.